Take out Marcos yourself, meaning you got a good idea where to find him. So, give me an address.
Or what?
All I'm asking is you cooperate.
You want to threaten me. I can see it on your face.
We've met once or twice. Doesn't mean you know me or my thoughts.
I'll tell you one thing. Don't threaten a guy who can blackmail you.
Careful what you say now.
Oh, I thought you said they didn't roll tape in this room.
That's not what I mean. I want you to think about something. The reason you're in a position to blackmail me is because of things I do. Things you've witnessed me do.
So that's the threat.
That's simply a statement of fact. What's it gonna be?
And that, I think, is as cold-blooded a thing as we've ever heard come out of Raylan's mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the reason you're in a position to blackmail me is because you've seen the things I do. I not the thing I did, the things I do.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously heavily implying that he's, capable of doing more than what he's done already. But at the same time, seemingly unhesitant to leverage his bad acts in the past to make Picker scared of him in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think it did anything to Picker. I mean, he's the way he reacted.
He's a
is
stone
like
killer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't care.
Yeah.
But it does make Picker realize that, hey, maybe blackmailing this guy isn't the right way to go. Maybe it's better to have a relationship with these guys than not have a relationship with them. Plus, if they can get Tonin off the board, that frees me up to run the show. So yeah, maybe that's what we do. And so I think he gives up the location where he thinks Marcos and Tonin are to the marshals, and they go look for him. So at the same time as that's going on, Boyd is working on a couple of his plans. First, he meets with Hot Rod. They have a conversation about cousin Johnny stealing his heroin and selling it to Hot Rod. And Hot Rod is repentant. He's apologetic. He didn't know. He said, if I had known that this was yours, I never would have done it. Sorry. I will give you 50% of the value. I'll take it out of my pocket. It's, you don't have to do anything. I'll give you 50%. And I think it's a very generous offer. And I think Boyd is taken aback at first by it, because I don't think he anticipated that he was going to make that offer. But Boyd has bigger plans. So Boyd says, hey, look, how about instead of you giving me 50% of this shipment, instead we go into business together and we go 50-50. You help me smuggle in heroin from Mexico, and we go 50-50 on everything we do. The only caveat is you got to turn over cousin Johnny to me. And Hot Rod, who apparently likes money, agrees to this deal. Like, okay, I'll serve up cousin Johnny, and we'll split the new heroin 50-50 when you get it from Mexico. So they agree on that. And then Boyd goes to meet with a man who we've never seen before. We don't know who this guy is. We learn from the conversation that this man has black lung and he's going to die. He's got a death sentence. He's going to die soon. And he's going to perform a task for Boyd. We don't know what that task is until the next scene, when Boyd, Mara, and Mooney are meeting at a diner, ostensibly to celebrate their victory over Paxton. Mooney is clearly uncomfortable being there with Boyd, but Boyd says something to the effect of, "Oh, come on, Mooney! Everybody knows what kind of man you are," which is so fantastic. Such a wonderful thing to say to a crooked government official. And he gets up, excuses himself to get up and use the restroom. And while he's gone, the man that he was talking to in the previous scene, who has black lung, comes in and kills Mooney. Cold blood right there at the table. And he says something about working for the Bennetts, and that's why he shoots him. And when Boyd comes out of the bathroom, the restaurant's basically emptied except for Mara, who's still there, and Mooney's dead body. And Boyd warns Mara, hey, sorry, you came up empty on this one. You get to leave alive if you choose to, but you're not going to get your money. That money is going to this guy's family. And yeah, you're just going to leave. And if you want to leave, you can, but you'll be alive. If you don't leave, you'll be dead. So it's your choice, really. But so Mara sees that her plans have been foiled also, and she kind of scurries away, I would say.
I know, never to be seen again, right?
Never to be seen again. Yeah, this is it for her. For Mooney's dead now, and Mara's gone. It's this is the third corpse that we've had dropped in this episode, not counting the whole bunch of corpses from the beginning of the episode, but
that they had to dig up.
Right,
they had to dig those
exactly.
guys.
It's a lot of dead bodies.
Yeah.
And
well, I think with Mara, they kind of underutilized her. I think because they went down that path where she was trying to seduce Boyd and make her play, and she did her part. She held up her part of the bargain as far as what I can see, right? I mean, she did. She
did everything he asked her to do, and she never really double crossed him, aside from the moment where she identified him to Mooney, and then he dragged her to the bar and she refused to identify him. That was more of not so much a double cross as a power play on her part. Yeah. But other than that, she was true to her word. And, she found out that, you can't, what's something about thieves. No honor among thieves.
Oh, no honor among thieves.
No honor among thieves. So,
so she goes back to where she's from, Estonia
or Latvia or whatever it was with nothing. She can go be a doctor again though. So that's
she could. And she has her life. Yep.
Better than nothing. I would imagine it's frustrating, but
she's like that jaded cop waiting for her paycheck or her pension.
Yeah, exactly.
The marriage,
3 days from retirement.
Yeah, and she's waiting for her husband to die so she could get that money. And,
no, she's like, I can do 10 years. 10 years is fine. Yeah. I can do 10 years. Yeah. She did a couple years or however long she did, and gets nothing. So
yeah.
I was gonna say pimping ain't easy, but that's not appropriate, I guess, for that. It's
more of a
crime doesn't pay. Being a whore doesn't always.
She was the trophy wife for the guy, so she just didn't get her payday.
She did not get her payday. She got to live nicely for a while though. So.
Yeah. Do you remember that? It's completely somewhat related. There was that woman, like her and her husband. As soon as she won she got a lottery ticket, and then she divorced her husband without letting him know.
Yes, I heard about this.
Do you remember that? This is I don't know, maybe 20 years ago or something like that.
Yeah. She divorced her husband, and then eventually he got a thing in the mail offering to buy her annuity. Because she had a lottery annuity. She didn't take the cash option. She took the annuity.
Yeah.
So she's a super smart person. He gets a thing in the mail at their old address after she leaves and divorces him. It's a thing in the mail at their old address addressed to her, offering to buy her lottery annuity. And he's like, what lottery annuity? And then he finds out that she won it was like $12 million or something like that.
Yeah.
And he then goes back to the divorce court and says, hey, she hid this from everybody, including this court. And the court awarded him the whole amount. They gave him everything. Yep.
Oh, wow.
They gave him everything. I don't know, I don't think I read what actually happened in terms of whether he ever got the money or if it was all gone. But yeah, it was the full amount of the winning was awarded to him by the court because she had deceived the court and everybody else. So
That's funny.
That can happen.
That's karma. Yeah, that's karma though.
It's called disgorgement. That's the legal term for it, is disgorgement. You have ill-gotten gains, you will be disgorged of them. So,
but that wasn't ill-gotten. She just deceived the court and lied. Well, yeah, I guess she had to lie to the court. It was ill-gotten.
Yeah, she probably filed pages and pages and pages of paperwork repeatedly under the penalty of perjury that these were all of her assets. She probably testified under oath that was all correct. Yeah, she definitely. I don't know if she went to jail or not though, but yeah, that's a great story.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, don't try it. You know what? Here's advice from your friendly neighborhood podcast lawyer. Don't hide assets when you're getting divorced. It's not worth it. Just be upfront, declare everything, get through it. It's going to be painful. You can always make more money. What you can't get back is the months or years of your life that you're going to spend fighting over 14 cents. It's not worth it. You can always make more money. That's my philosophy on that. So be honest, declare everything. I think Randy probably has a different philosophy.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I'm not splitting anything with nobody. So.
That's my philosophy on being arrested. I might leave in a body bag, but never in cuffs. You're like,
you're like, taking me alive, copper.
Like, I might end up in cuffs, but she's not taking my money.
You can't split something if you're not if you have the prenup.
You don't have a pulse. Yeah. So Ava and Boyd meet with the lawyer. So now that so Paxton's dead in disgrace, Mara's gone, Mooney's dead, assassinated. The lawyer says, hey, look, they can't hold this case together. There's just no way. So they're dropping all the charges. Ava's going to be released tomorrow. It's always tomorrow, right? It's never, so, hey, we're going to let her out of jail now. Like, I feel like from a due process standpoint, it's like, okay, well, if the charges are being dropped, I should be released like immediately. You have no right to hold me any longer. I don't give a crap what your administrative garbage is. Like, my freedom is the fundamental right here. You can do paperwork on your own time, not on my time.
Yeah. Yep.
So she gets the news that she's going to be released, and they're very, very pleased about that. I wonder if anything's going to happen to
I was going to say, you know what that means
to put the brakes on that.
Yeah.
And then we get this moment with Wendy returning. Wendy returns Kendall to Daryl at the whorehouse because, of course, she does, because she had never any intention of going to Miami. And they have a long conversation about some things that need to be done. She says, hey, you need to buy some groceries, and it'd be good if we had a house for him to live in that wasn't a whorehouse that smelled of cheap beer and stale cum. That's her line, and that's our food of the week, I guess. For lack of a better category to put it into. Jeez. That was the wrong audio clip there.
God damn, woman, you only shoot people when they're eating supper.
Yeah, our food of the week is cheap beer and stale cum at Audrey's. So yeah, that was the wrong audio clip there. Oops. But and so she has a conversation, and Daryl kind of sees her point on some of this, right, and starts to delegate some of these duties to the members of his family, Jean-Baptiste, and to Danny Crowe, to kind of make the place hospitable for a child, because that's what Kendall is as a child.
Yeah.
So
do you think Wendy and who has the worst accent, Wendy or Daryl?
Daryl.
By far.
Wendy's is at least a normal, like, put on Southern accent. Like his is just like this weird. It's just so weird. It's not like anything I've ever heard before. Like, no one talks like that.
Yeah.
So weird. Anyway,
I think you know what? I think with her voice, it's just that it's not even a whiny voice. It's just like a pitch that's annoying to me.
Yeah, well, she's got it. She's up in the nasal kind of register, right? And so